Still working.
Oh, here we go. Announcement. Which is very quiet. I've turned it up. It got louder.
It's a pinball game.
Dude.
I'd be down for that.
I like this art. It's great art.
Liz Infinity? Yeah, it reminds me of like Disney Infinity.
Huh.
I like the Noel chewing on the shield.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, I'm Justine.
And I'm Adam, and today we have the honor of introducing you to
Warcraft Arclight Rumble!
That's it. See you, everybody.
Yep, that's
What
it.
is this game? What is this game? This is a mobile strategy, fast-paced hero collector
And villain collector.
and villain collector game that has a vast PvE campaign. It also has dungeons and raids and PvP and co-op and everything you'd expect of a
Really?
Warcraft game from Blizzard. We love games. We were super inspired by tower defense games. Our game isn't really tower defense. It's more our style to do a tower offense game.
It's
Okay, I've seen those.
chaos. And we're aiming to bring our Blizzard best to mobile games that inspire us. Chaos reigns.
Well, I'm glad that it has robust
Can't use
PvE.
chaos twice.
Well, I think it's still you played against someone else because that's how I've seen tower games work
All
before.
across Azeroth.
Where
said it wasn't a
each
tower game.
each yeah, but it's a tower offense, which means each team has a tower you're trying to destroy, and you're sending things at each other to try and destroy the other person's tower.
This machine
just said it
has
has
been
a PvE
generating
campaign.
famous
Oh,
and
oh.
infamous battlegrounds
That was the
for your
first thing they
entertainment.
said.
So when the battle begins, you'll come to the battlefield with your army, ready to
Uh-huh.
assault the boss.
Yep.
So there's a base for you to defend. If the base dies, your run is over.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's meeting stones on the map. If we control the meeting stone, we can play things closer to the boss. If the enemy controls the meeting stone, they're going to come at us. a
Yeah,
little
so this
bit
is
closer.
tower offense.
There's also towers on the map for you to go capture.
So the
that let you reinforce
PvE
positions
is just
and
means
assault boss
the power
Also,
offense
shinies
only
that you can
against
get.
computers.
There's gold nodes and treasure chests to plunder. You gotta get the shiny.
Give me the shiny.
The more gold that you can get, the more chaos you can rain upon the field.
One of my favorite things about this game is that every mini has their own personality, and every single one of them thinks they're the coolest.
And they're all wrong, except for Blackrock Pyromancer. In Warcraft Arclight Rumble, we have 5 families. The Alliance!
The Noble Alliance
What?
with a lot of defensive units and spells. There's also the
New factions.
The Proud Horde that will overpower your enemies.
Heed my call! But there's also Blackrock to sear a hole in your enemy's defenses. Let's throw down!
There's of course the Undead.
Who can bring a skeleton of troops to the battlefield. And beasts. We also have a literal stampede from the plains and jungles of Azeroth.
Interesting.
With all of the chaos going on with the troops, we need
Yeah,
somebody
plays
to
like
lead
old
this
school,
rabble. Leaders
like
are a way
Warcraft
to cater
freestyle
your
Undead,
strategy and build
and
a
Blackrock
specific
is
play
pretty
style
cool.
that suits you. If
It's
you
a
wanna
neat
play
choice.
units, go for Sneed. Sneed has a trait called Sneed's Greed that makes all of your siege units grab extra gold.
My personal favorite is Rend, with his ability Black in the Sky. It makes all of your flying units 1 gold cheaper, so you can fill the air with chaos.
Chaos.
There are tons of strategies that you can assemble with this. There are over 60 minis for you to play with. But you don't need to have an understanding of Warcraft to be able to embrace the chaos. A sense of exploration and wonder should come across regardless.
Speaking of wonder, let's go play a game. We're gonna do it live. I mean, it'll be edited later, but that's okay. Welcome to Jinroke's Swoll Troll Isle.
A test of strength.
This is a fun map because I did the design for it and Justine did the art. We'd have our animators and our character artists make all this happen. There's so many people that go into making this a reality.
The goal of the Swoll Troll Patrol is to punch your base in the face.
Smash that start button, let's go.
I really like the art style for this game.
Here comes a troll,
Yeah.
he's
Like
coming
for a
down our
mobile style
lane,
game,
and
like
the
it's
first
kinda
thing we're gonna
perfect.
do is
Yeah.
have some harpies go say hello. There's a kobold that's
I want
already trying to
toys.
steal gold over there. We're gonna let him go for that though. There's a bat rider coming, and we have a huntress. Let's play a huntress to help this out a little bit. And here comes another Swoll troll. Let's send out some chickens to meet that Swoll troll. But those trolls are definitely relentless. I'm actually gonna lose.
No!
We don't make these maps to be easy.
I thought you said you couldn't lose. You designed this map.
Smash that start button, let's go. All right, here comes this Swoll troll, and we need some harpies to go take care of that Swoll troll. There's some chickens coming. I don't care about those chickens, but that kobold, I do. That kobold definitely needs to get out of here.
But
Need some more gold.
Stay
though.
shiny.
Let's go mine this area right here so that we can fuel our harpy addiction. All right, good. Have those chickens come in and peck that Swoll troll just like it's a snack. Oh my gosh, look at all of these units coming in here. But one chain lightning is all we need. Hopefully that kobold sneaks by. Aw.
this is exactly what a tower offense looks like from what I've played.
Oh, we're in overtime. All right.
Down to the wire.
Harpies,
Yeah.
come on. Time's running out.
Too close.
All right, all right, all right. Let's do a wombo combo.
Brilliant.
I should have stretched.
That's just one of the 70 plus maps that we have for you to play all over Azeroth.
One of my favorite maps is going back to Stranglethorn, deep in the jungle, is Gurabashi Arena. King Mukla is there with his banunchucks and banandalier.
But nunchucks. I'm down. That's great.
We've got the Benini gun.
Banini gun. Uh-huh.
Also has Devil's Heart Queen, the tyrant of the area, and she comes stomping down, and you just have to take her down before she bites your base.
It's ridiculous. Reminds me of Storm Stout Brewery, kind of.
Depending on each map. When it comes to maps that require you to be able to take charge of the high ground or combat massive cannon bombardment from a ship. There's so many ways that you can customize your minis using talents. Their abilities can be augmented in all different sorts of directions.
Maiev has a really awesome talent called Cloak of Shadows. Wherever you play her on the map, she will cast Smoke Bomb and stealth everything around her, so you can make a mobile assault squad anywhere on the map. Warcraft!
Warcraft!
Arclight!
Arclight!
Rumble! This game has so many ways to play, varied content.
I don't get the
every single
name,
day,
though.
every
The
single
name
week.
doesn't
You
sing
get
to me at all.
every week.
No, it's I mean, like,
I mean, I get that they were trying to make an acronym for war, because it's WAR. I get that,
Talk about
yeah.
but
co-op, you can join a guild,
I feel like
you can play with
Warcraft
your friends,
Arclight Rumble just feels forced and
fight
doesn't mean
play
anything.
raids with them. There's so many things
It's,
to do
it's
in
not
this
a not a good name, but I mean, it's like supposed to be like, oh, the technology that the
Have to
toys
stay tuned
use
for
is
more information,
Arclight.
aren't you?
Oh, that's what they're going for?
They were explaining that, but you weren't listening, I don't think.
I tuned that part out, apparently. There's the whole team. Good. I was hoping they'd show this.
You guys to get your hands on this, and we really look forward to your feedback and input.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Enjoy the joy.
Enjoy the chaos.
Looks cool.
The
I mean-
chaos. It never ends.
It looks like a fun little time waster, as long as it's not super
Chaos.
like gotcha game, like trying to collect all the. Like, I don't want to buy loot boxes that have like random quality heroes in them. Like, let me just buy stuff and collect it. You know. I'll check it out. It looks pretty much like what I figured it would be like, basically.
No.
Like a Warcraft spin on Clash of Clans, more or less. But I mean, it seems like there's a lot of robust PvE content, so that's what I want. I don't want the asymmetric PvP nonsense. Like, I'm sure that's in here, but I don't want to play that.
I was really hoping it was another storytelling tool, so that we'd have the option to sort of fill in space when World of Warcraft wasn't really able to tell story, which is the majority of the
Yeah.
time. they could tell other interesting stories inside the same universe would have been kind of neat.
No. I mean, I'm just glad it has a strong single player focus, because otherwise I don't think I'd be very interested.
Right.
It's cool you can play co-op. Like, maybe I would do that if other people enjoy playing the game and I like it. I have no interest in PvP.
I feel like the co-op is catered towards people who are sitting in the same room next to each other wanting to play the game together.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure it's not like the dungeons and stuff probably are not like super mechanically complicated, but yeah, you might want to. This is like, oh yeah, also, right before this comes out, we're going to announce that it's going to be out on PC too.
Eh.
I don't know about that, but it looks, I mean, I have like very little surprise at this. That's pretty much like what I figured that they were going to show, like something along those lines. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm interested.
So excited.
Hopefully the
on this, and we really look forward to your feedback.
Back
the business model doesn't suck.
Here for more information.
All right, so we got Tom Chilton on this.
This is Tom's game, huh?
Yeah.
This is where Tom went.
I went back to the slide that has everyone who contributed on it.
Right. I can't really, yeah.
The whole bottom row doesn't have their name showing, which is really unfortunate, but we got, who else? Matt Golub, Jay Frank, Katie Westbrook. There's Justine Hammer, who was one of the announcers. Justin Walterman. But yeah, this is Chilton's game, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm also hoping it's not super money grabby, Kowski, because if it is, like, I think I'm just not in. Like, it'd have to be really fun for me to want to spend, like, regular money on it. Like, I don't know. If I can just, I would, unfortunately, the whole, like, pay once and play as much as you want to thing never took off on mobile. People expect mobile to be like an arcade. Like, you can play stuff for free or cheaply, and then, like, you put it, you kind of pay as you go. And, like, I hate that. I would gladly pay, like, I don't know, some kind of buy-in for something like this and play it as much as I felt like it. But, when it's like, oh, new hero sets out, new skins, new blah, blah. It's like, I don't want to dip into that on a monthly basis or every other week or whatever. Like, they're going to have stuff like that, like different costumes or whatever. And as long as you get the characters and you can play the characters that you want to use, then, like, I don't really care about that other stuff. So if that's how they're going to monetize it, then fine. If they have something really cool that I really like, then if I like the game, I would buy it, but I'm not going to, like, collect the, not into collect the cosmetics.
Well, I've always been more of a fan of the, you pay $6 or $8, whatever, to buy the app, and then you get this huge, starter bundle / thing that you can do. I think I'd be shocked if this wasn't free to play, and then you could purchase, like, boosters kind of idea for your account.
Leader bundles, whatever we're calling them.
Yeah, that to me would, or actually they could do bundles based off of the different, I want to say factions or whatever you can play with the Beasts, Undead, BlackRock, whatever. You can buy the BlackRock bundle, and then you get,
you can see it. It's all right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be too bad if it's like, I don't know, if it's fun to play and you can just unlock stuff by grinding, then, whatever. Maybe I would buy, like, I'm not going to lie. If they had like a Night Elf bundle or something, I'm going to buy that shit. And then, whatever. Then I would use that to grind away, right? But, like, yeah, I wouldn't be in for, like, I'm going to spend $250 and buy out the shop. Like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
But it does. I mean, it looks charming. It looks like a fun little time waster. And I mean, it seems like they have a ton of maps built and stuff. I mean, they showed the, like, overview of all the different levels, and, like, that's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So,
yeah, they showed that larger map with all the different zones.
Yep.
Let's see if I can't find that. Well, this is.
It was pretty late in the process.
Okay,
I think it was like in the edited package that was at the end. I think
I did find a UI interface that has their gold coins, and there's a plus sign next to the gold coins, which I assume is how you buy more of them.
Right.
And you can spend them on these look like abilities to me. I think they call the gold coins Conquest.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if you just earn the gold by playing, or if it's like fucking gems.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what we need to know.
Yeah, the financial model for it would be super helpful. I wonder if they have a media page for this.
They probably do. Let's check. Blizzard.gamespress.com.
Yeah.
World Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Documents. Developer bios. Vic Seraph. Tomhilton. Oh, Monty Kroll. That's where Monty went.
Oh. Interesting.
Karen Hernick. I know Karen Hernick from Twitter. She's an animator on the game. That's cool. She does really cool, charming animations like you might see in this game.
There's the map overview.
Here's the fact sheet. English US, I think, is what I want. Yeah, like, I mean, that looks like very Warcrafty. It reminds me of like the RTS games, really. You know? All right, I'm going to read this to you.
No, I'm popping up on here in the stream too. But you can read it. That's fine.
Okay. Warcraft Arclight Rumble, the first Warcraft game designed from the ground up for mobile, is an action-packed strategy game that invites players to assemble armies with their favorite characters from the Warcraft universe, battle out unique missions designed to test their tactical wits. Players command forces of lovingly sculpted digital tabletop miniatures in multi-lane combat across dozens of unique missions. The triumph of gnomish engineering has packed insatiable crowds into taverns from Winterspring to Booty Bay, so players in the real world can experience for themselves a dazzling new sensation that's sweeping Azeroth. So everybody got tired of playing Hearthstone and Azeroth, and they moved on to Arclight Rumble. Blizzard quality gameplay on the go. Easy to learn, but hard to master. Frantic strategy actions immediately gripping with depth, blah, blah, blah. Build forces of minis, starting with leaders, including Grom Hellscream, Jaina Proudmoore. Fill in Arclight augmented enemies with rank and file troop minis, powerful spells. Play through a huge single-player experience with over 70 missions, as well as weekly and monthly challenges in the form of multi-part dungeons, epic raids, and more. You play with your friends in competitive or co-op play modes and join guilds to link up with fellow commanders. Over 60 heroes, villains, monsters, and more from the Warcraft universe. Undertake conquest missions to earn bonus. Well, let me see here. Seek out killer synergies. Simply have a blast building armies around your favorite characters. Undertake conquest missions to earn bonus rewards by replaying levels with leaders from the 5 families. Warcraft Arclight Rumble is full of authentic Warcraft vibes created by a team with deep roots in the franchise. Everywhere you look, you'll encounter references and game elements directly inspired by beloved characters, locations, events from the PC strategy games and World of Warcraft. So really no information in the one sheet that wasn't in the thing. Nothing about a release window. It says release date 2022.
2022 it does, yeah.
So that's cool.
That's this year.
That is this year. Can confirm. Huge if true. Yeah, cool. I don't know. I would like to play beta, please. Aramis, if you're out there. I mean, he's not the PR contact for this game, but you know.
Oh.
Come on. That seems cool. I don't know. Yeah, I would like some details about like some more details. I think, I mean, really, and I think it's fair that, you know, in the West, when we're talking about mobile games, the business model is forefront, you know, of what everybody's thinking about, because we've had, like, mobile's just been a dumpster for ever, like since smartphones came out like 14 years ago, right? Like there have been very few like actually compelling gameplay experiences on mobile. It's full of predatory business models. So I think it's understandable to be skeptical about like, oh, is this going to be like actually fun to play? Like if it is fun, can I even actually like play it?
Well, here's the thing, right? Like Blizzard has been is in general so cagey about what they release and making sure it's what they want when they release it. Mm-hmm. This to me, and knowing from, you know, other statements that Blizzard officials have made, that sort of a Pokemon Go style game was in the works and then got canned years ago, and they're not looking at revisiting that anytime soon. Makes me think that this is probably a very fun game to play. from the people who have been playing it. They really enjoyed it.
Right.
It's probably
Like, this
really
is the
good
one
time.
that they got
This
behind,
is the
right?
one,
Like,
exactly.
they got this one
is
out.
the one
yeah.
that they were willing to push out. So I have no doubt it's going to be fun to play. My questions rely around the model of payment, because that's one thing that devs wouldn't necessarily have a huge say in. That's something that's going to be the business side, and whether or not they go, hey, you know what, this is really fun to play when you have access to everything. However, is it still fun to play when, you know, we have these paywalls in place, or have, you know, a weekly spend? Like, are you making the decision
I don't want
of
a recurring charge or whatever, this game too.
Are you making the decision of, I can have a Starbucks coffee once a week, or I need to actually spend money on this game because that's how I stay feeling relevant in this game, right? Like, a lot of mobile games, if you don't have like a $6 or $7 weekly spend on them, you just fall behind everyone else who's doing something. And like, you're not even having as much fun when you're playing it usually, or your play time is very limited. You know, you have to like really schedule your play time around like an energy bar or something. Right.
And it's just like, come on, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't, that's what's turned, like, I have kids, I'm busy, right? Like, I don't have like unlimited time to sit in front of a PC or even a console. I'm very interested in Immortal coming out next month. This looks like something I would play. Unfortunately, I feel like Hearthstone has become so complicated that it's like hard for me to play on mobile, either on an iPad or a phone, because I need tracking tools and I need other resources and stuff in order to really feel like I'm not costing myself opportunity. But like, I'm totally in the market for something like this. It's just, we've seen it done poorly so many times.
Some of the maps in the artwork category in this press thing are amazing looking.
Yeah, dude, the art is the concept art and even the production art is super nice. And HC Raygun. The art style reminds me a lot of Disney Infinity. There's a Dragon game for Xbox that was very similar. Yeah, that's what I said as soon as I saw it. I was like, oh, it's Disney Infinity. And that's not a bad thing. I think what they did with Infinity was really cool. Like, this has that kind of vibe, but it's definitely like Blizzard style too. Like, it's super recognizable, right? Like, it looks like Warcraft, but it looks like Warcraft toys, and that's, I guess, the theme is like,
that's the whole concept. Yeah, because they're sort of
it's like
people gathered around a game board playing the game. So the concept being, they could take the Arclight Griffin arcade thing that they were showing us, and then dump that into World of Warcraft as a toy that you can sort of put down and people can click on, and they'd all sort of gather around it, and there'd be fun noises happening, and maybe like a little explosion goes off or something, right? Like, the same thing with the Hearthstone board. Like, it's the same kind of concept. It's like an amusement for the people of Azeroth, I would be totally down for some kind of buy-in or something, but we'll see what they do. Like, I don't know. I would prefer it if it's like, okay, you could buy enough to get started and then play as much as you want. Like, that's what I want, but they're not going to do that. I mean, hopefully it won't be too bad. As long as you can play it as much as you want, I don't really care, It's the energy bar stuff that really gets on my nerves. For me, it's the weekly spend that starts to drag me down. If I feel like I'm falling behind because I'm not regularly spending money on a game, that is something on a mobile game. That's something I dislike. For me, like, I would only
be playing a single player, so I'd only be falling behind myself. Which
exactly,
is, that's not really a. Yeah.
If you can focus, if that's an element that's sort of the focus of, this is a single player experience that's really enjoyable single player, and I don't need to worry about anyone else, and I can just progress at my own pace, and it doesn't matter if my account is months behind someone else's account, because I'm never going to really do PvP. That's fine if they actually allow people to do that. If they put it in a position where it's like the PvP feels necessary to do, right? Like, there's particular rewards that are very attractive rewards that are PvP related, and you need to actually win against other people to get those.
Right.
That's where it starts to become frustrating, where it's like, oh, do I actually just need to spend money so that I can get a strong enough account so that I can then beat these people and get the things that I want to get, right?
Right.
Like, that is where they start to lose me a bit as far as that stuff goes. But I guess, like, I'm a mainstream PC gamer, so like, PC games to me that's where I really want to have my spend, and I really want to spend my time. Mobile for me, and I know this isn't the case for everyone, and it certainly isn't the case for China, where mobile's king, is my, like, hey, I happened to be watching something on TV and commercials came on, so during the commercial break, let me check this thing out real quick in my mobile game and do something in my mobile game. That's to me what mobile is for my lifestyle. So I guess that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I never got into like Riot did their mobile version of League of Legends with
Right.
Wild Rift, right? And Wild Rift is something that a lot of people really enjoy. A lot of people say it's better than the actual like computer-based games. It's more intuitive and easier to control. I'm not up for sitting on my phone and playing for 40 plus minutes in one match. That's just not my thing. And
Right.
that's what that can really turn into very quickly. So I would also need these matches to be like 5 to 8 minutes kind of experiences, right? Like I wouldn't want these maps to be
cool.
20-minute experiences,
The easy ones,
right?
right? Or the like the
Yeah.
intro one. You know, most. You know, yeah. Like obviously, maybe some boss fights or something are longer, but you know, for the most part, yeah, you should be able to just hop in and out.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything that looks like the dreaded energy bar, but I mean, there's not a lot of like the screenshots are mostly of like the in-game stuff.
It's
there
it's
kinda
either
wouldn't
the
be, but-
in-game stuff or it's of that one menu screen, and that one menu screen has the only thing that says anything to me is the gold that's shown there, and the gold that's
Right.
shown there is something that could come from an energy bar. It could be something you collect from chests that spawn every X period of time, and you have to get in game and play a game every 20 minutes or whatever it is. So you can actually have
Yeah.
something to play on. Yeah.
I just sent you a link to like the official website, and there's a different screenshot on there that shows somebody's like roster. It shows their troops and leaders, and that has the gold coin icon thing at the top, and then it has like the player profile and I guess their level or whatever. But there's nothing that looks like an energy bar, so
Yeah.
that's my only thing is like if I can play as much as I want to, then I can make my own decision about how much I like it and what it's worth to me. And if I can't play it as much as I want to and when I want to, then it's that's what makes it suck. That's what I've bounced off of other mobile games that maybe I enjoyed a little bit, but they had some kind of time limiting mechanic, and it's like, all right, well, I don't like this game enough to play it once or twice a day or 3 times a day in these specific like 15-minute windows that are spaced 3 hours apart. Like they all fall into that, or a lot of them do, and it's just like, I don't.
So the undead leaders are Thalnos and Baron Rivendell there. And
Yeah.
then you have
Yeah,
Ren
they
Blackhand
look great
and
too. I love that,
Drakaseth as the Blackrock
Yeah,
ones.
that's cool.
These are neat.
Yeah, they look great,
Charlton.
man. I want
Karen,
toys, man.
Karen looks like a badass.
Karen looks
in
great.
this.
Yeah, Karen looks great. I like Tyrion too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the shoulder pads are bigger than his head.
Yeah. Fitting that way.
Yeah. It looks cool, man.
Yeah, that screenshot you've seen of the leaders in the gold, that's one of the ones I pulled from their press page.
Well,
that I was showing.
is that in the press
That's
page?
the
too?
exact,
I thought it was different than that. Yeah.
No, it's the exact press page one that we were seeing.
Because there's the one with the there's the other one with the like upgrading your dudes thing or whatever that is.
Yeah. This does have upgrade underneath of one of the things, but yeah, the only thing that cautions me about this page when I see it, the screenshot, is the plus sign next to the gold. That just immediately screams to me of press this button and it will take you to the store page that sells you gold, right?
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you can buy those coins. The question is, can you earn enough of them to actually feel like you're playing the game?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're gonna have avenues for you to spend money on the game, like they have to.
Yeah, it's a mobile game.
That's the question. Is like how much can I enjoy without like dipping into my pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this game will definitely appeal to a younger audience. I think it'll appeal to a much wider audience. Like, chat's just asking if they'll get non-Warcraft fans this game. I mean, I think they kind of have to. I mean, that's why you do a game like this on a platform like mobile. You're trying to find new avenues and new audiences. The question ultimately comes down to quality. Like, if the game is fun to play, then people will play it. And there is a segment of the audience that doesn't care about the business model and is going to play it regardless of, however I might feel about any particular business model for a mobile game. Like, there are plenty of them that are mega successful that I have never touched or would never touch or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's a whole different universe for something like this. Like, this is obviously like laser focused as a mobile game. And, I don't know. I think there's always opportunity there. I mean, there's, obviously it's a huge market. It hasn't really been tapped very well. So I don't know. I think it has potential. It just comes down to, how much fun is it? And there's no way we could tell that from what we saw. It looks super fun, but of course they make it look super fun. it's their job to make it look super fun. So yeah.
I need them to give me the model for money. Like I just need that sometime in the next 2 months.
Yeah, I don't think
to
you'll get it anytime. Unless it's coming out in like July, I don't think you're going to get it in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
They'll probably get into it like right before it comes out or whatever. I'm sure they'll be cagey about it throughout beta because I just want to see how people react to it, see what people do, and how they engage with it, and that might determine like how they make money off of it too.
Let's see if their Instagram page has anything new on it. Nope. They just made a giant puzzle piece picture of their logo.
The icon in the App Store looks pretty bad in the Google Play Store.
Yeah, it's
very generic mobile game looking.
Yes, I fully agree. That's why I didn't dislike, but it's the same icon they used as their Instagram, like little
it's like that's like
profile
cropped, but
picture.
yeah, it's the same illustration, and they like put a logo over it. And
they use it on
I'm
Twitter
sure it's not
too.
final or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
they use it on Twitter too as their thing. Yeah. So I agree that is not the best logo choice when it comes to this stuff.
No, for that, like it's very.
I would rather have this
common.
Warcraft Arclight Rumble logo than
right,
have
or
the,
that one that was like the lightning bolt thing, the one that's up in the top left there. Like maybe they'll change it to that
that's
eventually
a nice one.
once the branding kind of settles in.
Well, either way, it's cool to check out, and we're gonna take a little break for those who are in the chat room. We're gonna take like 10 minutes or so, and then we're gonna hop into recording our episode for the week. So if you're here for Warcraft news, outside of this, we're probably gonna talk about this at the end of today's episode, but we'll do our starting zone episode right after this. Talk to you guys a little bit.